Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Point to Purpose with Counselor Stewart, Summer Growth Edition, the space where we talk about growth, healing, purpose, and the people who spend their lives pouring into others. I'm your host, Counselor Stewart, and today's episode is titled, Who Pours into the Pourers? Now, that's a question I think every teacher, counselor, administrator, parent, mentor, and helping professional has asked themselves at some point. Because when you're the strong one, when you're the listener, when you're the encourager, when you're the problem solver, when you're the one everybody depends on, who do you go to? Who checks on you? Who reminds you that you matter too? Today, we're talking about emotional support systems, isolation in helping professions, accountability partners, and the importance of community care. Because even the people doing the pouring need someone to pour back into them. You know what's interesting? People often assume that the strongest people don't need support. The counselor, the principal, the teacher everyone depends on, the parent holding the family together, the mentor who always has the encouraging words. People see strength and assume you're okay. But strength doesn't eliminate the need for support. Sometimes the people carrying the most are the ones asking for the least. And in helping professions, we can become so accustomed to taking care of everybody else that we forget we need care too. We answer emails, solve problems, manage crises, provide encouragement, offer solutions. We just show up for others. And after a while, we start believing we should be able to carry everything alone. But that's not how we're designed. Nobody was created to pour endlessly without being replenished. Let me say that again. Nobody was created to pour endlessly without being replenished. Nobody. Can I be honest for a minute? Leadership can be lonely. Even successful people can feel isolated. Some of us are surrounded by people all day long and still feel alone emotionally. We have conversations all day, meetings all day, phone calls all day, yet still lack safe spaces where we can be fully honest about how we're doing. Sometimes we don't want to burden people. Sometimes we feel pressure to always have it together. Sometimes we worry people will see our vulnerability as weakness. So we keep carrying and carrying and carrying until the weight becomes heavier than it was meant to be. The truth is, isolation is often where burnout grows. Isolation is often where discouragement grows. Isolation is often where stress becomes overwhelming. That's why support matters. One of the greatest gifts you can have is someone who pours into you. Someone who checks on your heart. Someone who tells you the truth. Someone who encourages you. Someone who reminds you to rest. Someone who reminds you that your value isn't tied to your productivity. That's why accountability partners are so important. Not just somebody who asks what you're doing, but somebody who asks, how are you doing? Somebody who notices when you're carrying too much. Somebody who reminds you that you don't have to be everything for everybody. And accountability isn't about criticism. It's about care. It's having people who love you enough to say, you look exhausted. Have you taken care of yourself lately? How are you doing really? Do you need help? Those conversations can be life-giving. We've heard a lot about self-care and self-care matters. But today I want to talk about community care because healing doesn't always happen alone. Growth doesn't always happen alone. Restoration doesn't happen alone. Sometimes we need people. We need friends. We need family. We need colleagues. We need faith communities. We need mentors. We need our village. Because healthy communities help carry burdens. Healthy communities create space for honesty. Healthy communities also remind us that we are not alone. And that's especially important for people whose work revolves around caring for others. This summer, I want you to ask yourself, who pours into me? Who do I call when I'm struggling? Who holds me accountable? Who encourages me? Who helps refill my cup? And if the answer is nobody, maybe this summer is the season to intentionally build that support system, because pouring well requires being poured into. Before we leave today, I want you to remember this. You are not meant to carry everything alone. The strongest people still need support. The wisest leaders still need guidance. The most caring helpers still need care. And the people who spend their lives pouring into others deserve someone pouring into them too. So this summer, don't just focus on who you're helping. Take time to identify who's helping you, because healthy pouring starts with healthy support. Thank y'all for listening to Pour Into Purpose with Counselor Stewart, Summer Growth Edition. Until next time, keep pouring with purpose, keep growing intentionally, and remember, even the pourers need pouring too.